exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's LSU. That's why I came here. You stare challenges in the face, and you go do it.
1-1. Again, high and deep to left field, down the line towards the monster. It's gone!
What does that look like? Recruit, develop, win.
Big swing! Could it be? Will it be? It is! Tigers win! Tigers win! 4-3!
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air.
The pitch. Oh, strike three! Inside corner! Punched him out!
This is exclusive live coverage of Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Space hit into right. Coming in to score is Pearson, and the Tigers take a 10-9 lead. Hey now!
Brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Now for the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. Cajun Country Rice. Rice from Louisiana farms to your table. Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball starts now. From inside the booth with the call of the game, here is the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
A great evening for some SEC baseball. Friday night, Game 1 of the final regular season home conference series as the Bulldogs of Mississippi State ride down from Starkville to take on your number 2 ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger champ Doug Thompson. Our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studios. Jacob Beck welcoming you to Skip Bertman Field inside Ally Brock Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge for tonight's play-by-play story. When you study the rise and popularity of college baseball over the last 3 decades, you can point to 2 schools who played a major part, both LSU and Mississippi State. Coach Ron Polk and Coach Skip Bertman helped show the rest of the SEC and the country that fans would fill 10,000-plus stadiums and follow the news of their team year-round. Tonight marks the 404th meeting all-time between these 2 schools on the diamond. And while the Tigers come in the heavy favorite, Mississippi State still hopes of making the SEC tournaments, currently sitting on the outside looking in. And they, of course, would love to throw a wrench in the LSU gears down the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Tonight, Jay Johnson will have his ace. Frankly, America's ace. Paul Skenes will get the start on the mound. While the Bulldogs skipper Chris Lemonis shuffles his weekend rotation, he will throw freshman right-hander Even Sierra, making just his 3rd start of the year, his first against SEC competition. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage, one of the greatest rivalries in college baseball, an SEC West Classic. It's Mississippi State, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. from game day to the offseason. Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Getting you ready for the first pitch of LSU baseball. We continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back here at the box, LSU versus Mississippi State, as the Tigers heading into the weekend, just a half game out of first place in the overall SEC standings. We're joined now for Talking with Tigers by LSU junior pitcher Blake Money. And Blake, first of all, you guys got off to a good start during the week, win over Northwestern State. You and other pitchers performed very well. Just your thoughts on your performance and how it builds into this weekend.
From here on out, everything moving forward, everything's about the team. So individual performances are great, but overall we just want to put the team in the best position possible to win, and we know that starts from the mound. And the mound, pitching overall, we got great guys. We're super talented. We got great guys. We got the right mindset and everything like that. We've struggled a little bit here and there, but Coach Johnson talked to us a little bit and basically told us, hey, you guys play as yourself, play free. And I think you saw that Tuesday night with the guys that went out there. We were able to be ourselves and play free, and it definitely made a direct impact in the game, and I think you're going to see that throughout the rest of the year. The pitching staff knows for us to go a long way that we're going to have to pick it up, and we're ready to do that, and I think that's something that's extremely awesome and on the maturity side of things with the staff that we have, that you're going to see some younger guys or guys that haven't thrown as much get opportunities and go along with them.
So one thing he said after the game, Coach Johnson, was that each of the guys who pitched maybe experienced a little bit of a hurdle or a bump in the road to start the outing, but then righted themselves and found a rhythm. Would you characterize it the same way?
Yeah, no, I would. I think in the first inning, in Thatcher's first inning, I believe he had a walk. There was a leadoff single with a guy on, and then there was a walk, and he was in a bit of a jam and turned around and got out of it. And then for me, it was a quick out, and then fell behind on a guy, and he capitalized on a home run, and then it was Sale after that. And then with Michael Bucknell coming in to close out the game, he drills the first hitter of the game, and then turns around and punches out the side. So obviously those things of adversity are gonna show up anytime throughout an outing, but it's how you always respond to those. And I think everybody responded extremely well. And you're going to see that this weekend with anything that happens. Any type of adversity, everybody's going to respond super strong.
Finally, of course, Mississippi State not having the best year this year, but we all know anyone in the SEC can beat anybody. So just your thoughts on facing a quality team like this.
Yeah, no, to me, SEC baseball is the toughest league to be in. It doesn't matter the team you're on, whatever your record is in SEC play, it has no correlation. They're an SEC team. They got guys that are on scholarship. They have guys that came to play ball, and we have the same thing. So I think you're going to be able to see 3 great, complete games here as well. And, they're a team that won a national championship within the last couple of years. So to me, a record is not much. Those guys are trying to win as best they can. So it's going to be a great weekend.
All right, Blake, really appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Blake Money with us on Talking with Tigers. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show with LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here getting ready for Game 1. Mississippi State coming in to take on LSU. It's that time of year. The grass is getting green and it's growing. So make sure you have the right equipment to take on any job. Link to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Time now to go around the SEC, presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? Seems like forever the last time I saw this guy, but happy to have to my left here in the booth to give you around the SEC. Here's Tiger champ Doug Thompson. Doug?
So good to be back. My favorite place to be. We'll start off looking at the standings, and we'll start off in the Eastern Division. Vanderbilt with a league-leading 17-7 overall record in the SEC. Florida is 15-9. South Carolina is 14-9. Kentucky's 14-10. Tennessee's an even 500 with 12 wins and 12 losses. Georgia is 10-14, and Missouri is 7-17 at the bottom of the Eastern Division. Leading the Western Division is the Arkansas Hogs. They're 17-7, a matching record with Vanderbilt. Your Tigers are 16-7, comfortably in second place in front of Alabama, Auburn, and Texas A&M, who all have losing records at 11-13, and Mississippi State and Ole Miss both at 6-18 in the SEC. So far today, some action underway. One game has already gone final. You can make Vanderbilt now 17-8. Florida improves to 16-9. The Gators all over Vanderbilt in Gainesville, winning 10-0. That looks like a 10-run rule to me. That's the 7th-ranked Gators and the 5th-ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. That'll be a fun series to watch. Auburn and Ole Miss will play 2 today. They were supposed to kick it off yesterday in their first game, but it got postponed due to bad weather. Auburn is all over Ole Miss right now, 16-4 in Oxford in game 1 of that series. The second game tonight, scheduled to throw the first pitch at 8 o'clock Central Time. Tennessee leads Kentucky and Knoxville 8-1 right now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Missouri is leading Georgia 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Texas A&M in College Station is hosting the Alabama Crimson Tide. They lead 4-1 right now. That is, Texas A&M leads Alabama 4-1 right now in the bottom of the 4th inning. In the bottom of the 2nd, there's no score yet between South Carolina and Arkansas. That one is being played in Fayetteville. And again, Chris, the only other game that will start after ours is that game 2 in Oxford between Auburn and Ole Miss.
Thank you, Doug. That's Around the SEC, presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? A reminder, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Coming up, we'll take a look at the starting pitchers for both the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Doug will break that down later. The Cintas starting lineup, a visit with head coach Jay Johnson, and first pitch to start this series here at the box. Mississippi State, LSU, coming at you on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball. Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A reminder, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts stream for free at lsusports.net. You can access nearly 200 live events every season and take us with you wherever you go with the LSU Sports mobile app, presented by BASF. Find the app for free in the iTunes Store and Google Play. The LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. We create chemistry. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers for tonight's Game 1. And Doug, last week, Butch Thompson and Auburn decided to shuffle their weekend rotation. It appears that Coach Lemonis taking a page out of that coming into this weekend as well. But we do know for LSU, it is America's pitcher on the mound to get things started.
Yeah, it will be. We'll start off looking at Evan Sierri. He's going to be the freshman right-hander that Mississippi State's going to roll out there tonight. 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's a local guy out of Columbus, Mississippi. Went to Starkville Academy. Again, making his third start of the year. He's worked 24 2/3 innings, allowed 30 hits, 17 earned runs. He has 24 strikeouts. Again, 24 innings pitched and 11 walks. It's 2-1. Batting average against is .291. It's all about the changeup with Evan Sierri. Had a chance to meet with their bullpen coach, Gavin Mahoney, before the game, and he told me, Gavin Schmidt, and he told me that it's all about the changeup with this guy. If it's on, he's going to actually be pretty good. If it's not, he's going to have trouble getting, get through the first couple innings. They're going to throw off, indeed, against Paul Skenes. I think everybody's probably thinking that right now because he's almost been unbeatable. I mean, Skenes this year, Chris, has 139 strikeouts and 72 2/3 innings pitched with only 13 walks. Opponents are hitting 165 against him. I think he's won the National Pitcher of the Week like 5 or 6 times. He's dominating college baseball on the mound, the likes of Steven Strasburg and other guys that have gone very high in the Major League draft and had very long Major League careers. And you and I get one of the best seats in the house to watch it again tonight. And as always, I'm excited to watch number 20 toe the rubber.
No doubt about it. Evan Sierri, again, a freshman right-hander, goes for the Bulldogs, and it'll be junior right-hander Paul Skenes on the bump for your Tigers. Tonight's game brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Coming up, we had a chance to visit with head coach Jay Johnson. His thoughts going into the weekend. Later, the starting lineups, and then first pitch, we get underway. Mississippi State and LSU. Back right after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
As we continue on the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show, it's time to visit with the top Tiger. This visit with LSU skipper Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, big weekend. First of all, it's another chance to pick up 3 wins on the schedule in SEC play. It's LSU, it's Mississippi State. Final home regular season SEC series. A lot of things. There's a lot of storylines, but I imagine you guys are taking it one game at a time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Our team's played its way into really good position when you talk about the postseason and having an opportunity to potentially play at home in the postseason. So you get to this point, it's just one win at a time. There's one on the board that you can go get. You go all in to go get it, and then figure out tomorrow. So that's what we'll do tonight.
Again, a chance to exorcise the demons, if you will. You had a midweek game earlier this week. What did you take away from that game in all phases?
Yeah, it was good to be home. I'm proud of our team. Right in the middle of final exams, and there was no fatigue or any of those sort of things. We came out, played in character. We got some free bases. We hit some extra base hits. Thought the pitchers executed well. So I thought it was a good performance, and very much like we've had a bunch of them this year, and look to carry that over into the weekend.
I know you have a lot of respect for Coach Lamonis. This is a program that 2 years ago was hoisting the national championship in the World Series in Omaha. What do you know about Mississippi State? And maybe more importantly, in the scout, what stood out to you about this team?
Yeah, I really like their offense. There's some old players in there. They got a combination of speed and power. They're hitting some home runs. They're stealing some bases. That's probably the part that stood out the most. Like everybody seemingly in the SEC West, they've dealt with some injuries on the mound, but you look at the arm talent, it's there. What's, a little bit in between is the consistency in strikes, and so hopefully we do a good job managing the zone, and when they come in, we hit their mistakes.
Again, what do you see from their starter here on Friday night? Kind of what was the message to your guys in the lineup?
Yeah, it's about hitting our pitch and taking the one that they want us to swing out of the zone, which no team in college baseball has done better at that this year than our lineup. And so we have to put him up and over the plate. We have to not try to do too much. It's a guy that hasn't started and extended a ton. So hopefully we can get some guys on base in the first inning with some of those really good hitters coming up and do some damage there and then get into their bullpen.
I always ask it, and I'm sure you look at me like, why? What are you asking from Paul Skenes tonight against this particular lineup for the Bulldogs?
Execute. Yeah, just his attention to detail and preparation. You trust that as much as any player I've ever coached, and then obviously the ability is special. So just want him to be himself, fill up the strike zone, and get some early outs.
All right, Coach. Should be a great one. Going to be a great crowd, great atmosphere. It's what SEC baseball is all about. Certainly here at the box. Best of luck. Get after them.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. We get you ready for first pitch, Bulldogs and Tigers. It's coming up. Up next, we'll take a look at the Cintas starting lineup. After this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
RR
are love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Game 1, Friday night, here at the Box. Mississippi State, LSU. SEC Western Clash. Capital One fans offering checking and savings accounts, no fees or minimum. What's in your wallet? Let's take a look at that Cintas starting lineup. First for the visiting State Bulldogs, and they are 24-23 on the season, 6-18. Disappointing year to say the least in Starkville. Amani Larry will lead it off. The second baseman, a junior, hitting .294. Colton Ledbetter will bat second. He'll be in center field, a junior batting .318. Hunter Hines, freshman designated hitter, or I should say a sophomore designated hitter, hitting .313 on the season. Dakota Jordan will bat cleanup, the left fielder, a freshman batting .297. Kellum Clark will be in right field. He'll bat fifth. Slate Alford will be at third base in the 6 hole. Luke Hancock at first base batting seventh. David Mershon will bat eighth and be the shortstop, and Ross Highfield will be behind the plate catching. He will bat ninth, the freshman hitting .220. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 38-10 their overall mark. They are 16-7 in the SEC. Gavin Dugas will get it started. The second baseman, a senior, hitting .303. Trey Morgan will bat second. The junior will be in left field, hitting .318. Dylan Cruz batting third in center field. The junior with a .457 average. Tommy White will bat cleanup. The third baseman, a sophomore, hitting .382. Kate Beloso, a DH, will bat fifth. Jared Jones, the freshman, with a .326 average, will be at first base. He'll bat sixth. Braden Jobert will bat in the 7 hole. He'll be in right field with a .284 average. Jordan Thompson will be down in the order a little bit. He batted ninth on Tuesday, had a good night. He'll move up a spot from Tuesday night. He'll bat eighth. The shortstop batting .268. And Alex Milazzo gets the start. He'll be behind the plate catching. He'll bat ninth. Milazzo, the junior, with a .333 average. That's a look at the starting lineups. That means up next, first pitch, Mississippi State, LSU, here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop over, stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugarfilled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover spot. For more info, visit lasweetspot.com.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
17 SEC championships.
The flag 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on and hit the right field. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Friday evening, Tiger fans. Welcome once again. Skip Bergman Field inside Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU. A beautiful night on tap as we have SEC baseball coming your way. LSU hosting Mississippi State. Final regular season SEC series here at the Box. They'll play 3 this weekend. The Tigers will take on McNeese on Tuesday. And then next week, a road show to Athens to wrap up the regular season before everybody heads, 12 teams that is, to Hoover, Alabama for the SEC tournament. Along with our producer, Jacob Beck, back in the Capital One studios, Tiger champion Doug Thompson, Chris Blair, happy to have you with us, making us part of your Friday evening. Mississippi State will send up Amani Larry, Colton Ledbetter, and Hunter Hines to face Paul Skenes. And I don't know if you heard or not, Doug, talking to Jay Johnson before the game, I said, Coach, I can't imagine you tell Paul Skenes anything different than you've told him all season long. He said, nope, just go out and be yourself. And maybe last Friday night, of all the great outings we've seen this year, he had everything humming last week. Off speed, of course, the fastball. Only 47% of his pitches in that game against Auburn were fastballs, really relying on locating with the breaking stuff. He was impressive.
Yeah, they took some good swings in the first couple innings. He only had 2 strikeouts, which makes what he did even more impressive, punching out 13 over the next 5 innings. But he adjusted. He started to start off with the breaking ball for a strike, and when he does that, it's just lights out for anyone.
So leading it off, Amani Larry, junior second baseman, right-handed hitter. Skenes looks in. The right-hander winds and delivers. And the pitch low. They appeal to first. They say Larry went around, and it's 0-1. Time of first pitch, 7:32 Central Time.
I'll tell you why this start's a little bit different than any other so far for Paul Skenes.
Missing outside. Fastball at 100 miles an hour. Evens it up 1-1.
You can feel it on your face here in the press box with the windows open. There's some humidity out there. It's a little stickier tonight. And Paul Skenes hadn't really worked up a lather yet this year. A bender for a strike and a butte. And it's 1-2. But that's a factor here in South Louisiana. And Paul Skenes playing up at Air Force the last couple of years. We'll see how that affects him, or if it affects him tonight at all.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Larry. Skenes fires, elevates, and a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Larry, and that's Super One Foods strikeout number 1 on the night for Paul Skenes. Made my way over to the ballpark early today around 4 o'clock. Saw some of the staff getting ready for the game, and I said, it looks like that long spring here in South Louisiana may be over as we hit 90 degrees, and they all said, yeah, going to be different this weekend.
Starting to get warm out there.
So with 1 down, that'll bring up Colton Ledbetter, a left-handed hitter for the Bulldogs. The junior batting .318 as Skenes ready to fire, delivers. Breaking ball low and inside, and it's 1-0. Jay Johnson, I asked on Monday night, I said, Coach, he threw 47% fastballs. He said, number 1, to your point, they got a couple of pieces of contact off of him. He adjusted early in the game and ended up with 15 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0, and it's sent back foul into the screen to even it up 1-1. He said another part of it is the development of his breaking pitches and the trust now that he and both Wes Johnson, the pitching coach, have. They feel like he's at the point now where he can throw any pitch at any time and any count.
There's a curveball and a slider that we're starting to see a little bit of now.
Here's the 1-1 to Ledbetter. Stays away. The pitch drops in low.
And that was that curveball. It had a little bit more depth. You know, slider's going to break more east to west, the curveball more north to south. And I'm not sure how he didn't swing at that one.
Now that's the curve inside you want to see that drops at the ankle. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Followed by that.
101 on the gun, and it evens a count 2-2.
And you can hear it. You can hear the crowd, the murmur of the crowd when it gets up there to 101.
There's always a little delay, then the cheer. Here's the 2-2. Lifted in the air, foul territory, third base side. Tommy White coming over, and this one will catch the.
Uh-oh.
Well, the umpire left his mic open.
He sure did, and he said it's hot and humid. He's right. We were just talking about that. It's like he heard us. Is he listening on the ear pod to our broadcast?
It is caught the overhang, by the way, so it was out of place. So it remains 2-2.
Unbelievable.
We got interrupted there by our third base umpire, Nathan Huber. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Fastball at 100 miles an hour. And Paul Skenes now with his second Super One Food strikeout. 2 in a row, 2 gone, top of the first inning.
Yeah, and he's popping in there 101, 100, 101. Could be a special night for Paul Skenes. The other thing that could happen with the warmer weather is that fastball could pick up a half a mile or two, which, of course, would make it almost unhittable.
So now we'll see Hunter Hines in the 3 spot, and the pitch misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
90-mile-an-hour changeup. Got to be careful with this guy, though. Tied for second in the SEC with 22 home runs.
1-0 delivery. Just inside at the belt. Making 2 balls, no strikes with the left-hander Hines at the plate. They'll move Jordan Thompson right of second base. They'll move Dugas into shallow right field.
That's some respect. I mean, this guy's throwing 100, and they're still planning to pull.
2-0 delivery. That one right by him.
Might want to slide back over to the left a little bit because he was part of the tardy party there.
2-1. Skenes blows that one by him. Here's the 2-1 pitch to the plate. Fastball in too far. That'll make it 3-1.
He is really throwing hard. 13 home runs in SEC play for Hines. That actually leads the conference, tied for the conference lead at least.
3-1. Hit in the air, down the line, foul out of play. That'll load, or rather fool, the count. 3-2 as Hines looks into the dugout, says, my bad. Didn't line that one up the way I wanted to, Coach Lemonis. So we'll see here. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the first. Payoff delivery from Skenes. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Buckled his knees at the plate. And Paul Skenes strikes out the side to get it started here on Friday night. We played a half inning, no score. 3 up, 3 down, all by way of strikeout. Tigers come to the plate for the first time tonight. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hard to get a better start than Paul Skenes there in the top of the first inning. Struck out the side, doing it with the speed ball, doing it with the breaking ball. The last called strike to finish that inning was absolute pure filth. And now LSU comes to the plate. Scoreless game. Gavin Dugas to lead it off. Evan Cieri, a right-hander, freshman for the Dogs, delivers the first pitch, and Dugas drives it down the line, left field. This ball is gone! Gavin Dugas, first pitch. See ya. It's 1-0 LSU. Home run number 13 on the year.
Did he hop on that one or what? Can't wait to see the exit velocity on that one because it was absolutely smoked down the left field line. Only question, fair or foul. 111 miles an hour off the bat. Thought it would be over 110. 396 feet is what it traveled, and Gavin Dugas starts it off with a little gorilla ball here against the Dogs. Woo.
Sixth home run of the year given up by Cieri as he delivers to Morgan. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Trey Morgan batting .318 on the season. .287 against SEC pitching. As there's a pitch on the inside corner to get ahead 0-2 for Cieri.
Let's talk about what this series means, Chris. I heard Kyle Peterson say today he really didn't think it mattered what LSU did the rest of the way, even in the SEC tournament. He felt like, you know, the road to Omaha, that one gets off the catcher and the home plate umpire. Looks like everybody's okay. It's called a ball. It'll stay goes to 1-2. But do you feel like if the Tigers get 2 out of 3 or sweep this weekend, that you feel really comfortable that the regional and of course after that the super regional would come through the box?
Yes.
Or do you feel like Kyle Peterson, like it's already in the bag?
Nah, I would feel better. There's a ground ball to short. Throw a little off the mark, but a nice job by Luke Hancock at first base to grab it, keep his foot on the bag, and Morgan retired, first out of the inning. And that'll bring Dylan Cruz to the plate. I am not convinced it's sewn up yet. Now, I can understand Kyle's thoughts because here we are this late in the season, LSU number 2 in the land, and again,
that was his
2 of
point.
3.
The body of work already has been, you know, to carry the number 1 for how many ever weeks that was in a row.
Cruz swings and misses, first pitch, and it's 0-1. My issue would be, I think we all have learned, and Kyle, of course, knows this much more than I, but down the stretch, it seems to be teams that are hot or stay hot or get hot late get the benefit of the doubt from the committee and just would not want to limp our way into the end of the season. So
now, any of these teams in the SEC, even the ones that have struggled, like Mississippi State and Ole Miss, all it takes is winning that first regional. And now you're in a super regional and anything can happen.
Cruz swings at one, high but not very deep into left center field. Dakota Jordan, the left fielder, calls for it, comes in as 3 other teammates of his converge, but he'll make the play for out number 2. Cruz retired. Dylan Cruz, by the way, maybe his roughest weekend, certainly of this season, this past weekend. Still batting, coming into tonight at .457, .452 in SEC play. But again, when you have a guy that gets 2 hits on the weekend, you tend to think, wow, it was a rough weekend. But when you're Dylan Cruz, it certainly stands out. There's the first pitch to Tommy White, misses outside, just missed the corner with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, how many runs did he score? He probably scored 5 or 6 runs, probably walked a couple times. For him, though, expect him to be closer to 500.
Here's one ripped down the line, fair inside the third base bag, gets by a diving Alford. Tommy White around first. This ball going all the way into the corner, and he will slow it down and stand up with a 2-out double here in the bottom of the first inning. Tommy White adds to his total. He has 19 doubles on the year.
Well, again, you know, we don't get the exit velo on balls like that. I actually asked the guys if they'd start showing it on the ones over 100 miles an hour. I'm guessing that's got to be over 110. I mean, that got out of the infield in less than a blink of an eye.
So with 2 outs, we'll see Cade Beloso. Beloso batting .308. First pitch to the left-hander. Fastball from Sierra, misses outside, 1-0. You know, you get the thought when you think about what LSU is battling for, and there's so many things down the stretch here of this season. As White takes his lead off second with 2 outs, the 1-0 floats outside and high for ball 2. The SEC season championship, of course, still means a lot when you talk about how difficult SEC baseball is. Obviously, there are those who love to win the SEC tournament in Hoover. The 2-0 swing and a miss make it 2-1 now to Beloso.
Yeah,
but it really matters when you get to Omaha, getting the regional, getting the super regional, and then finding a way to get to the College World Series. So if the argument is, have they done enough? Question probably is legitimate that they probably have, as there's a strike on the inside corner from Sierra to even the count now to Beloso, 2-2. But you know how Tiger fans are, and you and I are no different.
Yeah.
You want to win every game, just like Jay Johnson. So just win, baby. The 2-2 ground ball down the line at first. It's fair. Going to be snagged by Hancock. Here's a race to the bag. And the Bulldog first baseman able to make the play unassisted for out number 3. But the Tigers get on the board. Gavin Dugas sees the first pitch in the bottom of the first. Drives it deep down the line to left. It's 1-0. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 man left on. Tigers lead Mississippi State. Bulldogs come to the plate top of the second after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than one inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
1-0. LSU leading Mississippi State. Dakota Jordan will lead it off for the Bulldogs. Paul Skenes delivers the first pitch. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Mississippi State as Dakota Jordan, Kellum Clark, and Slate Alford due up. That's 4, 5, and 6. Skenes fanned all 3 batters he faced there in the top half of the first inning as that pitch just missed low. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike to Jordan, batting .297 on the year. Freshman with 8 home runs, 1 triple, 7 doubles on the season as the 1-1 pitch missed low and away. That'll make it 2-1. Derek Malika behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Jeffrey Macias at first, David Savage at second. And the man on the mic earlier, our third base umpire, Nathan Huber. 2-1 delivery, and that's a strike on the outside corner with a heater, and it's 2-2 now to Jordan, who looked a little surprised. Looked back at the home plate umpire.
Because he knows he's got no chance to hit that ball because it's at the knees, maybe grazing the outer edge at the plate at 100.
2-2 from Skenes. Another fastball at the letters, outside corner, called strike 3. Paul Skenes has faced 4 batters. He's struck out all 4 thus far, 1 away in the top of the second.
And 3 of them are backwards, Chris, and that tells me that they're confused up there. They're not seeing the ball very well. And again, Chance, a lot of things adding up to maybe make this. Look, it's a special night every time this guy's been on the mound, but maybe a really special night.
So now we'll see Kellum Clark, right fielder.
Oh,
swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
He pulls the string back on an 89-mile-an-hour changeup, and Clark almost threw his bat into right field.
Here's the 0-1. That's a strike at the knees. Came back with a fastball at 100 miles an hour. It's 0-2. Simply amazing.
I'm telling you, I'm not as good as this guy in my best dream, the best game ever. I mean, it's insane.
The 0-2 got him to chase down and away. 5 straight strikeouts for Paul Skenes. 2 gone here in the top of the second.
That's 144 strikeouts now and 74 1/3.
Well, there's no question about that. Kellum Clark, you mentioned how off balance these Mississippi State batters are currently. Kellum completely out of sync that last pitch. Now we'll see Slate offered, and there's a beautiful breaking ball that comes right across the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Alford. Swing and a miss. He maybe gave up about halfway through that swing.
He missed that ball by 3 feet. No chance.
It's 0-2 now with 2 down. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 6 straight strikeouts for Paul Skenes. 1, 2, 3. Again go the Bulldogs. 6 Super One Food strikeouts for Paul Skenes, who is dealing tonight. We go to the bottom of the second. LSU leading 1-0. It'll be Jones, Jobert, and Thompson due up when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
1-0 LSU leads Mississippi State. Jared Jones to lead it off. Evan Sierra, the freshman right-hander, fires, and the pitch misses outside, make it 1-0. Jones stands in, batting .326. As a freshman, 14 home runs, 11 doubles on the year. He's driven in 45 runs. The 1-0 to Jones. Held back. Did he go around? They appeal. They say he did. That'll even the count 1-1. Tigers with a Gavin Dugas solo home run in the bottom of the first inning on the first pitch to the first batter for the Tigers tonight. They got 1 run on 2 hits. The 1-1. Again, Jones tried to hold back. They'll say he went around, falls behind in the count 1-2. If you just tuned in, Paul Skenes has faced 6 batters. He sent all of them back to the dugout by way of strikeout. Here's the 1-2 to Jones. Down in the dirt. The hard breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, back in the first inning, LSU actually had 2 balls off the bat over 100 miles an hour. That Dugas home run. And then our guy Todd Polites filled me in that the double down the line was 107 miles an hour off the bat of Tommy White.
This pitch again down in the dirt. That'll fill the count now to Jones, 3-2. Had the shift on left of second base. 3 infielders. The 3-2 off speed misses high. Ball 4. Jared Jones will make his way down to first base. So the leadoff man aboard for LSU, and that'll bring Braden Jobert getting the start tonight in right field. Jobert on the season batting .284 on the season. .267 against SEC competition. Jobert 6 home runs, 1 triple, 6 doubles. He's driven in 25 runs. So the leadoff man aboard at first. Sierra fires, and the fastball misses low and inside for ball 1. Jones with a hefty leadoff first. Here's the 1-0 pitch down the middle for a strike. Fastball from Sierra evens it up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
How about this little nugget from Todd Poley? It's about Paul Skenes' dominance through the first 2 innings. I'll let this pitch go by.
The 1-1. Jobert slaps this one high and deep to right field. It will find a home in the diamond deck. Jobert with his 2-run blast makes it 3-0 LSU. His 7th home run of the year. RBI 26 and 27.
Yep, that was a no-doubter up in that Community Coffee diamond deck. Jobert put the barrel right on the middle of the baseball. Still waiting for the exit velo. Guess in the distance somewhere close to probably 390 something feet, 394 feet, 109 miles an hour off the bat. So the Tigers have had 3 balls now at plus 100 in only an inning of play.
Ooh. Jordan Thompson comes to the plate. Jordan 1 for 3 this past Tuesday night. Picked up his 8th home run of the year. Taking a look at Jordan's numbers this season, Doug. Interestingly enough, as we'll get time called, Coach Lamonis on his way out to visit with Sierra on the mound here. They've got arms just now up and loosening in the bullpen for Mississippi State. But we've seen Jordan Thompson in his career, Doug, go from sometimes batting 4th on a few occasions, batting 5th, batting 6th. During that 21 run, he was able to bat successfully 7, 8, sometimes 9th in the order. This year we've seen him in the 5 spot here of late. But when you take a look at his numbers, when Jordan Thompson this season bats in the 7 hole, he's batting .308. In the 8 hole, Jordan Thompson batting an even .400.
Yeah.
Batting 5th in the lineup this season, Jordan Thompson batting .138.
Yeah, more fastballs. More fastballs down at the bottom of the lineup. Jordan Thompson can get that barrel on a fastball. Of course, sitting in the middle of the lineup, you're going to see a lot more breaking balls and off speed.
Delivery misses outside. Nope, he called it a strike on the outside corner. Jordan a little surprised, so was the LSU dugout. That'll even it up 1-1.
I got a comparison for you with Jordan Thompson.
This one in the air to left field. Giving chase is Jordan. Jordan to the track, to the wall. And Jordan Thompson gets his 9th home run. 3rd round tripper of the night for LSU. It's now 4-0 Tigers.
That's home run number 97 on the year, close to 100 off the bat, 99 miles an hour. No doubt about it, just cleared the fence out there at 356, but still no question that it had enough on it. And the Tigers are putting on a power display here. Again, still no outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Zach Watson is my comparison to an offensive player Jordan Thompson reminds me of.
Yes. Good comparison.
Another guy who hit all throughout the lineup.
It'll bring Alex Milazzo to the plate. The first pitch from Sierra, a fastball that catches the outside corner at the knees, and it's 0-1. Milazzo batting .333. Again, getting the start tonight behind the dish. The 0-1. Same place, but too far off the plate. Evens a count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Take a shortstop with 9 dingers on the year.
The 1-1. Again, Sierra puts it at the knees, outer half, gets ahead, 1-2.
So to close out our discussion in the first inning about have they already done enough to be a top 8 seed?
1-2 to Milazzo. Misses high and outside. That'll even the count 2-2.
I'll say it like this. I feel really good about what they've done, but a sweep here this weekend would make me feel like they've done enough, I think.
Absolutely. Lock it down. Here's the 2-2. Again, low and away. So that'll fill the count down to Milazzo, who, by the way, this is his 64th plate appearance. I mentioned he's batting .333. Payoff delivery from Sierra on its way. And off the end of the bat, foul. Out of play right side. It'll keep it 3-2. He's earned 10 walks on the year. He struck out on 12 occasions. But Jay Johnson really liking right now where he is. Would love to have Brady Neal 100% back into the rotation, but the job that both Alex Milazzo and Hayden Travinski have done, both defensively and offensively, certainly something that was lacking a year ago. So whenever you bring up Alex's name or Hayden name, Jay smiles. Here's a swing and a miss. That time Sierra with a fastball challenges, and Milazzo down on strikes, first out of the inning. And that gets LSU back to the top of the order, and Gavin Dugas. Tiger fans, remember StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. Dugas had the solo home run to start it for LSU on the first pitch from Sierra back in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch a little low, fastball missing. It's 1-0 to Gavin Dugas. 1-0 pitch, swing in the air down the line, but will find the seats and right out of play. It's 1-1.
Boy, Paul Skenes has passed some impressive names tonight already on the single season all-time strikeout list.
Here's the 1-1 to Dugas. Swings again in the air to right field. Coming over is Clark on the run. Clark near the line, sliding, and he can't hold on. It's a fair ball, bounces off of Clark into foul territory. Dugas never slowed down. Around first, around second, he'll stand in at third base. That time they had Clark, Doug, positioned in right center field, so off the bat he had to get moving quickly. Full sprint, tried to get to it, slide, and got it in the heel of the glove, just could not squeeze it.
Yeah, it's a tough play when you're running full speed on the line there. Great effort, but that's definitely going to be a triple for Dugas because he was on his horse full speed. You cannot give that an error. So we've seen a home run or a cycle in order, single, double, triple, home run, right?
Yep.
We've seen the home run and a triple so far from Gavin Dugas tonight, 2 plate appearances.
Now Trey Morgan stands in. First pitch rocketed to center field. Ledbetter on the run. He able to get a good jump, but deep in center. He'll make the play. Dugas easily tagged. Sac fly RBI for Trey Morgan. Tigers extend their lead now 5-0 over Mississippi State.
Man, it's like everybody in the lineup is seeing it very, very well out of the hand of Evan Sierra. Right now they have a left-hander warming up by himself down in that dog bullpen.
So now we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz comes to the plate. First delivery high from Sierra over the mitt of Highfall. Rolls to the backstop. Actually thrown to the backstop. And it's 1-0 to Cruz. Dylan 0 for 1 tonight. The 1-0 challenge with a top shelf fastball, swing and a miss. Cruz now looks at a 1-1 count. The 1-1 sent back foul into the screen. And Sierra kind of raised the location, but again challenged with a fastball, and it's 1-2. Sierra's 1-2 pitch to the plate and on the hands, and evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that could have gotten ugly with a check swing. I'm so glad he was able to pull those hands back.
2 outs. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball, tailing away. Cruz down on strikes, and that'll end it for LSU. But they pounce for 4 runs on 3 hits. They leave nobody on. Tigers using the long ball. Home runs, triples, they lead 5-0 over Mississippi State. We head now to the top of the third here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Mississippi State down 5-0. We head to the top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch offered up to Luke Hancock. Bouncing ground ball to second. Scooped up by Dugas. Quickly throws to first. One pitch and Hancock retired, and the first Mississippi State Bulldog to put the ball in play against Paul Skenes.
That's the fourth ball they've made contact with in the first now 28 pitches of the night for Paul Skenes. He's thrown 20 strikes. And for us to see Paul Skenes for 9 innings, we got to see stuff like that. A one pitch out to start the game, or to start the inning off.
Struck out the first 6 batters he faced. Now a ground ball out for 3. And we'll see David Mershon, the shortstop, a freshman hitting .242, another left-hander in the lineup. Skenes fires, and they appeal. They say didn't go around. Whoa, boy. Mershon got the benefit of Nathan Huber, our third base umpire. It's 1-0.
It was a strike anyway.
Looked like it. Skenes 1-0 pitch. Missed outside with a fastball, and it's 2-0. LSU football coach Brian Kelly and family out here tonight taking in the baseball game. No doubt Coach Kelly appreciates watching Paul Skenes. There's a fastball that I guess missed low. We'll make it 3 balls, no strikes now to Mershon.
He's digging those peanuts, too. He was locked in on that bag of peanuts.
Mershon hails from Taylor, South Carolina, in the upstate of the Palmetto State. That one misses for ball 4. And again, I don't know where that missed, but Mershon will be aboard on a walk here with 1 out in the top of the third.
Yeah, you know, 20 years ago, you look at a game, at the end of the game, the umpire would give 12 balls, calling them strikes, right? He'd miss off the plate, and that's a ball, but he called it a strike. Today, you go back and watch a game, and these guys will miss 12 balls on the plate that were strikes. It's the TrackMan review that these umpires get after games. They all get this now review based on the analytics, and they don't want to miss.
Ross Highfield batting 9th in the order stands in. That time a strike on the outer half makes it 0-1. Highfield batting .220, a freshman in the lineup for the Bulldogs. Runner at first, 1 down. Tigers up 5-0. Skenes going to throw over to first.
Close.
And a little late getting back was Mershon. Made it a lot closer than you thought. It wasn't a specifically quick move by Skenes.
Well, you want to go in gentle over there by the big guy, Jared Jones. You don't want him thinking you're trying to get physical in any way.
This time a quicker move, a throw over, and Mershon gets back again.
But he's got a healthy lead. He's got his left foot close to that cut. That is the little mini circle in the grass. Now he's a little closer. Still creeping, though.
Here's the 0-1. Missed outside as Highfield able to hold back. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
With an arm like Milazzo back there, you almost kind of hope he does try to run.
Mershon 8 of 9 in stolen bases on the year. Again, healthy lead off of first. Skenes going to throw, and again, just getting back is Mershon. Leading base stealer is Cotton Ledbetter. He's 17 of 18 for the Bulldogs. Or I should say, Amani Larry leads the team with 19 stolen bases. Ledbetter second, and then Mershon third in the lineup tonight. The 1-1 sent back foul out of play right side. Skenes gets ahead 1-2.
Yeah, this offense has been behind the 8-ball all year. The lowest pitching staff in the SEC. They've got over a 6.75 team ERA. If you think the Tigers have had trouble throwing strikes, let me tell you about the Bulldogs.
Runner at first, the 1-2. Breaking ball gets away from Milazzo, rolls to the backstop. That allows Mershon, who wanted to get to second, he will get there easily on that wild pitch. And now Mississippi State with a runner in scoring position. A 2-2 count to Highfield at the plate, and 1 gone.
So coming into the game, LSU pitchers had combined for 192 walks. And the talk around the town is pitchers throwing strikes. Mississippi State has 273 walks as a pitching staff.
2-2, swing and a miss. Got him to chase that breaking ball that broke about 3 feet off the plate. Highfield down on strikes. That is strikeout number 7 on the night for Paul Skenes, and there are 2 down. And to the top of the order we go. Amani Larry with a runner at second, and the Tigers leading the Bulldogs 5-0.
37 pitches now for Skenes. He's thrown 23 strikes.
First delivery, missed outside. Larry again almost gave chase. They'll appeal down to first. They'll say he held back. It's 1-0.
That was such a great pick. I mean, that ball bounced in the middle of the left-handed batter's box. And that is not your average 77-mile-an-hour slider. That thing was 85 miles an hour.
1 ball, no strikes. Skenes to the plate. This time the fastball burns a hole right through the center of the dish. It's 1-1. Mershon aboard on a walk. Wild pitch got him to second base. 2 down. 5-0 LSU leads. The 1-1 to Larry. Swing and a miss way out in front. And it's 1-2. Larry, of course, one of those 6 strikeouts in the first 2 innings for Paul Skenes. Skenes from the stretch. 2 down, runner at second. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Super One Foods strikeout number 8 on the night. Mississippi State, no runs, no hits. They leave 1 man on. We've played 2.5. Head to the bottom of the 3rd. White, Beloso, and Jones due up for LSU. The Tigers leading 5-0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
5-0 LSU leads Mississippi State. Tigers come to the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. Fans get low-rate, long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota today. If you're just tuning in, LSU leading 5-0. That's because the Tigers so far on the night have 3 home runs. They've got a double and a triple. And oh yeah, Paul Skenes has pitched 3 innings and he's struck out 8. And that's the story of the game.
So what's he up to now? What they're at? It's 147. And let me give you some names that this guy has crawled past in that single season strikeout all-time list. Hold on one second. There it is.
While you look that up, Tommy White stands in. He had a double down the third base line his first time up, as Brock Tapper takes over on the mound for Mississippi State in place of the starter Evan Sierre. Get you Sierre's final numbers in just a moment, as Tapper fires the 0-1 outside and high for ball 1-1-1.
Really quickly, some of these names may sound familiar. He passed up Chad Auger when he struck out his 141st batter.
1-1 to White. A mile high into the air, shallow left field. Going back is Mershon, the shortstop, and he will make the call in the catch for out number 1. White retired.
Auger, of course, a national champion winner and also won a World Series. He did that in 1991. Lewis Coleman in 2009 struck out 142. He passed him up tonight. A guy named Ben McDonald struck out 144 in 1988. A teammate of mine, Patrick Coogan, in 1997 also had 144 strikeouts. And in my count, Skenes is up to 148, knocking on the door of Alex Lang and Scott Schultz. He is at 8th right now, all time. When he gets to 151, he will be in sole possession of 7th place, passing up the great Alex Lang and Scott Schultz, who of course is the career all-time strikeout leader.
Cade Beloso to the plate. First pitch inside, second delivery outside and low. A 2-0 count now to Cade, who grounded out on a fine play by Luke Hancock, the Bulldog first baseman, unassisted back in the first inning to end that first frame. Here's the 2-0. Outside missing, ball 3. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Yeah, that's a who's list of LSU pitchers.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good group of hurlers right there.
3-0 to Cade. Missed high, ball 4. Beloso will take the walk. His 21st given to the LSU graduate this year. And we'll see Jared Jones. Jones also picked up a walk, came around to score in the second inning on that home run by Braden Jobert. Tigers with 3 bombs. Gavin Dugas with a solo shot. Braden Jobert, a 2-run blast, and Jordan Thompson also adding to his home run total so far tonight.
I like this matchup.
Left-hander fires to Jones, strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Mississippi State again with the big bopper left-hander, the bear at the plate. They'll move 3 infielders left of second base.
The new pitcher Brock Tapper making his 14th appearance of the year.
The 0-1 to Jones. Swings, pops it up near the first base dugout. Giving a look is Hancock. He will run out of room, and it will fall about just behind the screen out of play, and it's 0-2 to Jones.
Tapper entered this game with a 4.58 ERA, 2-1, and 17 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 26 hit, 9 earned runs. He has 9 walks, 18 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .338 off the lefty. It appears the Bulldogs are throwing off tonight against Paul Skenes.
Runner at first, the 0-2 to Jones. Off speed, swing and a miss. Jones down on strike, second out of the inning. And we'll now see Braden Jobert, who again had the big blast to right field, driving in 2 runs in the second inning. Home run number 7 on the year, RBI 26 and 27.
I'm telling you, if this kid gets hot coming down the home stretch, you talk about another serious bat that can hurt you with the long ball.
Lefty on lefty matchup, and the fastball from Tapper misses outside to set up Jobert 1-0. He'll go to the extreme shift. They'll move the third baseman Alford to the right side of the infield. 1-0. That's a strike to Jobert, letter high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 down. 1-1 to Jobert. Curveball in for a strike inside corner, and it's 1-2. Mississippi State tonight going with the maroon jerseys, white trim, gray pants tonight. LSU purple jerseys, white pants, and a purple pinstripe down the side. The 1-2. Jobert fouls it up and out of play behind the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers offense and Paul Skenes pitching tonight heated up early on the field. Whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice since 1997. Go to slowmeltice.com. Here's the 1-2 to Jobert. Good eye, miss low and inside, evens the count 2-2. Check them out at SLOMELTICE.com.
It's a great take there by Joby. The strikeout pitch, the curveball that bounced perfectly behind home plate. Able to stay off of it, work the count to even 2-2.
With 2 outs, the pitch. Again, sent back foul into the screen off the bat of Jobert. Final show, Jay Johnson Show, coming up Monday night. We wrap up the season at TJ Ribbs, 6 to 7 p.m. Talk about headed into Athens next week and recapping this weekend's action. Hope you'll join us on Acadian Thruway in Baton Rouge for the Jay Johnson Show, live from TJ Ribbs at 6 on Monday. This pitch comes inside, catches the bat as Jobert was just trying to move the hands out of the way. It's ruled foul and keeps the count 2-2.
Hit the knob of the bat there. You know, we talked about a good weekend, kind of putting the Tigers where they want to be in the postseason. But I tell you, finishing strong through the SEC, even at Georgia, it's not like you want to go there and mail it in any way. It enables Coach Jay Johnson to do, and Wes Johnson, to do something with their pitching staff.
This one off the end of the bat, and this one a base hit to center field. Jobert delivers. He's now 2 for 2. What did you say, partner, about him heating up down the stretch?
He could be dangerous. But what would it would allow or open the door for Jay Johnson to do is something that Coach Burtman used to do back in the late 90s when his teams the same way looked like they had things wrapped up for the regional, etc. He would see what other pitchers could start a game that maybe haven't started a game that year. It wasn't really about winning the SEC tournament. It was about seeing, do we have anybody that's now been in the dugout all season that we might have overlooked that can help us now in the postseason? That would be great if LSU were able to do that when they get to Birmingham.
Jordan Thompson to the plate. Had a solo home run in the second, his 9th of the year. Facing Brock Tapper for the first time tonight. And that fastball rises high. It's 1-0. Thompson batting .272. He's got Beloso at second, Jobert at first, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the third, and the Tigers leading 5-0. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Chase that fastball up in the zone. It's 1-1.
He was thinking 3-run dinger there.
By the way, have you been able to pick up your 8x10 posters of this weekend?
I got the one of Skenes today, but I might have missed the first one.
The 1-1. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees, and that'll make it 1-2. Yeah, I picked one up. I'll see if I can go find you one. I got Tommy Tanks on
this
Tuesday.
Guy, I didn't realize. I failed, right? And they're both, I've got some upset folks at home I need to make it right with somehow.
2 outs, Thompson at the plate. Tapper looks back to second. Now the 1-2 off the end of the bat. Ground ball coming over is Larry. Throws on the run and in time to get Thompson for out number 3. Tigers, no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We've played 3. It's 5-0 LSU. Mississippi State coming up. We head to the top of the fourth after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janney King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janney King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Moving along on this Friday night. Great crowd here at the box. They're enjoying what they see so far. LSU leading Mississippi State 5-0. Bulldogs come to the plate. It'll be Colton Ledbetter to lead it off. 2, 3, and 4 due up as Paul Skenes fires in the first pitch, a little low off speed. And it's 1-0. Ledbetter caught looking back in the first inning. Paul Skenes struck out the first 6 batters he faced. He now has 8 strikeouts on the night, well on his way to double digits, although that one with a fastball missed off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Ledbetter, a .316 hitter, 11 home runs, 1 triple, 11 doubles on the year. Gets out and a little ahead on this one. A bouncer foul down the first base line. Make it 2-1. This inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked from AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 2-1. Ledbetter skies this one to left field. Thompson going out, but Trey Morgan coming in, and Trey will have it. For out number 1, Ledbetter retired on the fly out to left field. Reminder, just like the winning lineup, Cintas has the all-star services for all of your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas. Let's see Hunter Hines. He was caught looking by Skenes back in the first inning. He'll try his hand again here as they'll put on the shift for the left fielder, or left-hander, I should say. Move Thompson right of second base. Put Dugas about 10-12 feet into shallow right. And Jared Jones behind the first base bag near the line. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. In a warm and muggy night. Really for the first time this weekend expecting those higher temperatures and humidity. Currently 80 degrees here at the box. Off speed, drops off the table. Hines way out in front with a swing. He falls behind 1-2. Tomorrow, first pitch 6 o'clock. Going to be 90 degrees during the daytime hours. It's the 1-2 fastball inside corner, called strike. Paul Skenes, strikeout number 9 on the night. 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. What do you do with that if you're Hunter Hines? Just that, not much. So now we'll see Dakota Jordan. He also caught looking by Skenes. Hines, by the way, caught looking twice so far. Skenes pitch to the right-hander. Breaking ball for a strike. And it's 0-1. I mentioned to start the game, Doug, last week against Auburn, he had 15 strikeouts in that 3-0 victory. 47% of his pitches were fastballs. He's got both working tonight, everything working tonight, as that one misses low and away, evens the count 1-1.
Yeah, we've even seen a couple nasty changeups.
He told the television crew after the game Friday, that was probably the best all of my pitches were working. Here's the 1-1, a fastball down the middle for a strike at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
it's 1-2.
That's the other thing. I don't know that I've seen below 99 yet. I don't know that we've even had a 98-mile-an-hour fastball yet.
2 outs, infield playing straight up. Here's the 1-2 to Jordan. Swing and a miss. Double-digit strikeouts once again for Paul Skenes. That's his 10th Super One Food strikeout of the night. He strikes out 2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Ooh. We've played 3.5. LSU up 5-0. Tigers will send Milazzo. Top of the order, Dugas and Morgan when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and
I don't know if I'm prepared for it.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alex Milazzo will get it started for LSU. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, they lead Mississippi State by a score of 5-0. First pitch to Alex, misses low and away for ball 1. Milazzo, a strikeout victim, swinging back in the 2nd. Brock Tapper, second pitcher of the night for the Bulldogs, as the 1-0 to Milazzo, a strike just above the knees, and it's 1-1. Once again, this 4th inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Here's the 1-1 to Milazzo, swing and a bouncer foul down the third base line. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked today. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Milazzo. A left-hander fires, and Milazzo sends it back foul into the screen. Count remains 1-2. Paul Skenes, double-digit strikeouts now, 10 on the night. Add that to his total here in 2023. 1-2, Milazzo, 1 hopper to short. Going to be handled over there by Mershon. Throws it high, brings the first baseman Hancock up in the air, and Milazzo gets underneath, and he will arrive safely at first base.
Yeah, it's going to go down as an E6 in the books. He just kind of floated that ball over there as if he didn't need to get it over in a hurry, just like he always would. Or maybe it just came out of his hand wrong, but either way. Ooh, that's close. Let's hurry up and throw the next pitch.
It was a similar throw against Morgan there in the first inning.
Sure. Let's hurry up before they review it.
Mershon again kind of overhanded it. He was able to get it on time to beat Morgan. That time very close, but they say Milazzo able to get there safely, and that will bring Gavin Dugas to the plate. Dugas tonight 2 for 2 atop the order. A solo home run in the first and a triple, his second of the year, in the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0. Going to hit him. I was going to say it wouldn't be an LSU baseball game if Gavin Dugas doesn't get hit by a pitch. That will send him to first base as the Tigers increase their total on the season.
Where are we at now?
Dugas,
106.
Dugas, by the way, 23 of those 106. 24 of those 106.
And somewhere, Bo and Bryce Jordan smile.
Yep. Carrying on that tradition.
I don't remember which one of them got hit the most, but I feel like they both got hit a lot.
They got hit a lot. We'll see Trey Morgan.
I like this. First and second, no outs.
Morgan had a sac fly RBI to bring in a run in the second. Grounded out, as I mentioned, to Mershon, the shortstop. His first time up in the first frame. First pitch, a little flare down the line, and foul third base way. And it's 0-1. Great to have you with us on this Friday night. Excited for this weekend of baseball here at the box. Start tonight at 7:30, tomorrow 6 o'clock, and then conclude the series on Sunday with a 1 o'clock start. Runners first and second, nobody out. The 0-1 to Morgan. Fastball, outer half, catches the corner. It's 0-2. Great crowd here on hand. They are packed in. Excited to see their Fighting Tigers here on the diamond. Here's the 0-2. This one a ground ball, sharply hit. Could be two. Larry flips it to Mershon. The relay back to first in time. As they will get Dugas at second, Morgan at first, and advancing over to third is Milazzo, but two down now in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, that hurts.
Dylan Cruz 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to left and a strikeout in the second inning. And he will face Brock Tapper for the first time. So a lefty on righty matchup here. Milazzo at third. The first pitch, fastball high and outside, ball one. There is a right-hander tossing now for Mississippi State in the bullpen. Get you a name in just a moment. First, the 1-0 to Cruz. Hit high into the air, shallow center field. Ledbetter coming in, settles under it, and he will have it for out number 3. So the Tigers again scoreless, no runs, no hits. One error committed by the Bulldogs, and the Tigers leave one man on. We have played 4. LSU leads 5-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda sauce. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 5th inning, Mississippi State coming to the plate. Big trail LSU on this Friday night game 1, 5-0. Tigers 5 runs, 6 hits. Have left 4 men on base for Mississippi State. They left 1 man on. They do have 1 error. Yet to crack the scoreboard. As Paul Skenes says, had it dialed in tonight. Kellum Clark will swing and miss at the first offering to get it started, and it's 0-1. Clark, the junior, batting .302 coming into the weekend. Strikeout victim to Skenes. He has 10 tonight. Skenes looks in. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Same result. Fastball by him, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that was a carbon copy of the first pitch.
Clark, the left-hander, readies the bat. Skenes fires the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, and he gets strikeout number 11 on the night. 1 gone here in the top of the 5th frame.
I mean, Kellum Clark is the 10th leading hitter in the SEC. He just blew him away with 3 fastballs. And his first at bat, he made him look silly with 2 changeups. I mean,
Slade offered, struck out swinging to Skenes back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch to the right-hander. Just missed with a fastball. It looked pretty good. It's 1-0. Umpire's got a couple of hecklers. Here's the 1-0. Up the middle, comes off the leg of Skenes. Thompson going to pick it up. Throw to first. Perfect throw to Jones. And out at first is offered. And Skenes took that one off the lower leg. Thompson stayed with the play, used his speed to get to the ball, and then used a lightning arm to get offered at first.
Yeah, right off the right calf on the follow-through. Kicked perfectly to Thompson. And that's one of the only times, again, that we've had contact in this game so far. You notice nobody went out there to see if Skenes was okay, because obviously he is.
Hancock, the left-hander, stands in the pitch. Miss low and away, and it's 1-0. Yeah,
and you had lunch next to him last week, or breakfast, and sat right next to him and have an appreciation for how massive this guy is.
He is just a mountain of a human being. Here's the 1-0. That one missed somewhere, maybe high. It's 2-0.
Well, after the first start of the year, you recall he had 98 pitches, and of course, the next day I had 100 texts saying that's a lot of pitches for night number 1. So I intentionally went down there to shake his hand and see how big this guy was.
2-0 pitch misses low and inside. That'll make it 3 balls, no strikes.
And as soon as I saw him and he shook my hand, I was like, yep, nope. He probably had another 30 in him and he'd have been just fine. He is a moose.
There's a strike with a take on. Hancock now looks at 3-1. Pitch number 62 of the night for Paul Skenes. 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Fouls it back. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Hancock, a .277 hitter. He grounded out to Gavin Dugas at second base back in the 3rd. Skenes with 2 down. Payoff delivery. Ground ball again towards second. This time Dugas can't get to it. It will dribble its way into right center field, and Mississippi State gets their first hit of the night. Comes in the top of the 5th with 2 outs.
Yep, just a seeing eye single on a defensive swing. Really just put the ball in play.
Mershon, not a strikeout victim to Paul Skenes like most, if not all, of his other teammates, but he did get aboard on a walk. A wild pitch got him to second, but he was stranded there back in the 3rd inning. He'll stand in here with a runner at first, 2 down. Skenes fires, foul tip in the mid of Milazzo, and it's 0-1.
Hope he remembered how to throw from the stretch.
Hancock yet to attempt a stolen base. Over at first. Off speed. Strike on the outside corner as Mershon leaned in, gave it a look, and he falls behind 0-2. Skenes turns, looks over to first. Now he'll come set with 2 down. Mershon awaits the 0-2 pitch. Missed inside and low. That breaking pitch. Mershon able to stay away, and it's 1-2.
I don't know how he didn't swing at that. It looked like a strike until it got to the front of the plate.
Skenes now looks in with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Same style, and again Mershon stayed away. Just missed. It's 2-2.
2 really good takes there.
Hancock takes his lead out first. The 2-2 pitch, a bouncer towards second. Dugas scoops it up, throws to Jones. Another 4-3 ground out, and that'll do it for Mississippi State. They get their first hit of the night. Comes in the top of the 5th. No runs. One hit, one man left on. We go to the bottom of the fifth. LSU up 5-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, Hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is Hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is Hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, Hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is Hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tommy White will lead things off for LSU. Bottom of the fifth inning. Tigers leading 5-0 here in game one over Mississippi State. Brock Tapper continues. The left-hander delivers to White, and he takes one high and deep down the line, but foul in left. And that one headed towards the U-High baseball field. He got all of that, just didn't line it up. Tigers tonight, including Tommy White. Some special cleats out there on the field as White digs back in with an 0-1 count. Tapper fires, and it's a strike in the outside corner to make it 0-2.
Yeah, several players throughout the weekend will be wearing custom cleats provided by Riley John's Blue Boot Foundation. I'm going to tell you all about this foundation.
The 0-2. Tommy White knew it on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Tapper for a called strike 3, and there's one quickly gone here in the bottom of the fifth. That brings Cade Beloso.
The Blue Boot Foundation is has a very simple mission, and that's to drive awareness about childhood drowning and help save lives. They offer water safety. That's their #1 goal. They teach classes, donate swimming lessons, and they donate life jackets. Thousands of life jackets every year. And it's all about educating young families. In fact, they just had a bill passed. I'll read you about that bill.
1-0 to Beloso. The pitch slapped down the line but foul towards the bullpen, and right takes a bounce into the seats, and it's 1-1 to Cade.
It's House Bill 963. And this organization was able to get this bill passed, which allows for every student in Louisiana, K through 12, it is mandated now that they must learn at least 1 hour of water safety a year.
2-1 to Beloso. Fouled back and out of play. That'll even it up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The Blue Boot Foundation was founded when Riley John Bourgeois passed away in 2018 at the age of 2 years old. Another hit by pitch here.
Caught Beloso, was trying to get out of the way, thought about swinging, maybe thought about a check swing, and then tried to back out, but it'll get him on the wrist forearm, and that'll be another hit batter, and Cade will head down to first.
Yeah, parents' worst nightmare. The child slipped out the back door. The parents were looking for him for a while, finally found him in the neighbor's pool, and of course they're trying to make something positive out of a very awful situation. And again, Riley John was 2 years old when he passed away. And the Blue Boot Foundation, you can go online at bluebootfoundation.com. You can donate, learn all about it. It's a great cause. And again, 4 or 5 Tigers throughout the course of the weekend will be wearing custom cleats to honor that foundation.
Jared Jones stands in. Veloso down at first. Hit by a pitch. 1 out. Tapper delivers, and it misses low to Jones for ball 1, 1-0. Jones aboard on a walk in the second. Was a strikeout victim swinging in the third. This one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Three infielders left of second base. The right-handed hitting Jared Jones looking for his first hit of the night. Swings, fouls it back out of play. That'll make it 2-1. Tommy White struck out looking to start the inning. Cade Beloso again hit by a pitch. He's down at first. The Tigers scoring all 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Again, tip of the cap to Brock Tapper. So far he's been able to settle things down. Pitch sails outside. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Jared Jones.
Yeah, that said, there is a right-hander that is not yet on the rubber, but he's down in the Dogs bullpen starting to loosen up a little bit. Tapper's up to 46 pitches since entering into the game.
Jones swings, fouls this one back into the screen. That'll fill it up 3-2. Tapper already 2 1/3. He's given up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and 2 strikeouts. Jones ready to go, right side of the batter's box with a runner at first and 1 out. Tapper's payoff delivery, missed low and outside, ball 4. So for the second time tonight, Jones will trot down to first. Runners now first and second, and we'll see Braden Jobert, who is 2 for 2 tonight, including the 2-run bomb to right field, his 7th home run of the year, and a single last time in the 3rd.
And this is when those big innings happen, when you start to issue the free passes. So we've got a hit by pitch and a walk on the base pass. Let's see if Braden Jobert and the Tigers can make it hurt.
First delivery, and on the hands missing to Jobert, and it's 1-0.
Jobert at 297 on the year. He's 2 for 2 tonight. 1 more hit should get him up over 300.
1-0. Again, missed inside at the belt. 2 balls, no strikes. Tigers able to jump on the starter, Evan Sierra.
Good hitters count here. And Tapper's starting to fall behind. This is now 3 hitters in a row.
Time call. Jobert steps out. Starter Sierra, by the way, 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch. Slam but foul down the line towards the seats and right.
Well, that's what you want to see 2-0. You want to see him get that foot down and be early, and he was just a little too early with that swing.
So new baseball for Brock Tapper. Takes a little time, now steps on the bump. The 2-1. Again, rocket shot down the line in right, but angling just foul.
Just missed that one. Foul by no more than about 10 feet.
Brock Tapper, the freshman. Nesbitt, Mississippi, his home. The 2-2. Breaking ball, missed inside. That'll fill the count now. 3-2 to Braden Jobert. Again, a freshman starter for Coach Lemonis. Freshman reliever. Going up against Paul Skenes. Payoff pitch to Jobert. In the air to center field. That ball carrying towards left center and coming over and making the play. Center fielder Ledbetter is there for out number 2. Runners retreat back to second and first base. And now we'll see Jordan Thompson, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Tapper's last outing was against Tennessee back on April 28th. Went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit, 2 runs in that loss to the Volunteers. Thompson swings and misses at a pitch outside. Off speed from Tapper, and it's 0-1. Jordan tonight 1 for 2. And his 9th home run of the year back in the 2nd inning. Had a ground out to the second baseman Amani Larry last time in the 3rd. Runners first and second with 2 down. The 0-1 to Thompson. Swung on and fouled out of play to the right. Runners take their lead first and second. The 0-2 to Thompson. In the air to right field, but at Kellum Clark, who settles over to his left, gets under it for out number 3. So the Tigers again put runners on, but no runs, no hits, 2 men left. They still lead 5-0. We head to the top of the 6th inning here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, check out visit LASweetspot.com.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the U.S. of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Bottom of the order leads it off for Mississippi State. Ross Highfield, and the first pitch, a called strike from Paul Skenes, who has once again been phenomenal tonight. 5 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1, missing outside. Evens it up now to Highfield. 1 ball and 1 strike. Highfield, a strikeout victim, one of those 11 back in the 3rd inning. His first time up tonight. Skenes 1-1. Fastball misses again, low and outside. 2-1. Two-one from Skenes. Slapped in the air, line drive to left field. Morgan going back, and this one going to get out of here. Highfield in the 9 spot. With his 9th home run of the year, Mississippi State on the board. And Skenes gives up just his 5th home run of the season. That'll make it 5-1 LSU.
Yeah, I mean, he throws so hard. The barrel just ran into the ball there. Nice swing, as you said, by that 9-hole hitter. That was also a fastball right down the middle, belt high.
That'll bring top of the order Amani Larry to the plate. He's 0 for 2, struck out swinging on both occasions, 1st and 3rd inning. This pitch sent back foul and on the hands. It's 0-1. Wind blowing right to left now pretty stiffly towards the scoreboard and left center field. Skenes winds and the 0-1. Little soft knocker to third. Going to be picked up by White on 2 bounces. Throws to first. Nice job by Jones to get the glove down. And there's 1 away.
Skenes up to 75 pitches now. What's his highest of the year? About 115 or so?
Yeah, just had that pulled up for that very reason.
Only 40 pitches left.
First delivery. Gonna miss inside to Ledbetter. 0 for 2 on the night. There's a fastball that I guess missed low. Not sure. But makes it 2 balls, no strikes on the year. Highest pitch count for Paul Skenes, 117 against Ole Miss back on April 21st. 2-0. Look out. Foul ball. There goes the bat. Towards the camera well just beyond the first base dugout. Catches the screen. Looks like everybody got out of the way. That one just about got to the end of the screen protecting spectators as the bat just came out of the hands.
Yeah, that was an impressive bat toss. Thing went about 100 feet.
Yeah, helicoptered its way down to the end of the dugout. Put a little more on it there. Get a little better grip on the bat. 2-1 the count. So he'll dig back in. 1 away, nobody on for Mississippi State. Solo home run by Highfield makes it 5-1 LSU. And a strike at the knees to Ledbetter to even it up 2-2.
This inning so far, maybe a tick off the fastball. He's more at 96, 97 now.
Two delivery by Skenes. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Ledbetter still standing there. Didn't like the call, but Skenes with the punch out, his 12th Super One Food strikeout of the night. 2 gone here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that's number 151 on the year for Paul Skenes, and that moves him into 6th place all time in the single season strikeout.
Hines first pitch pops it straight up onto the infield. Tommy White waiting for it, and the Tiger third baseman has it between second and third for out number 3. 1 run on a solo home run by Highfield. 1 run on 1 hit, nobody left on. Mississippi State gets on the board. They trail 5-1. LSU coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. Malazzo, then Dugas and Morgan on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, for the second time tonight, Alex Milazzo will lead off the inning. First pitch to the right-handed hitter, a called strike. Brock Tapper continues to work, although they have action in the bullpen for Mississippi State. Tapper, the freshman left-hander, second pitcher of the night. Milazzo awaits, and the 0-1. Fastball outside, make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Milazzo, strikeout victim to the starter, Sierra, back in the second. Got aboard on a throwing error in the 4th inning. The 1-1. Missed off the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Milazzo left stranded in that 4th inning at third base. So looking for his first hit of the night, batting .323 on the year. The 2-1. Sent back foul off the bat into the screen. It's 2-2. Tiger fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today. Become a backyard barbecue champ only at bbqguys.com. 2-2. Ground ball towards short, and not sure. Mershon going to his right, weird. Then stopped, and the ball went right by him. I don't know if he didn't see it.
You know what? I think the umpire was in the way.
May have been.
I think he didn't see it. We'll see on the replay here. No, the umpire was nowhere near.
He moved to his right. The ball was to his left. Again,
and looked confused in the whole process. That was very strange.
So a single for Milazzo, gets his first hit of the night, and the leadoff man aboard. Now we'll get to Gavin Dugas, who has reached base all 3 times. Had the solo home run in the first to get the Tigers on the board 1-0, and a triple on a fly ball to right field. He would score in the second, and was hit by a pitch left stranded in the 4th.
Pulling for a double here.
The 1-0. Breaking ball from Tapper in for a strike, and it's 1-1.
You know, Tapper's been the MVP for the Bulldogs thus far, coming in to stop the bleeding from Sierra, who did not start off well.
1-1 pitch out in front. Dugas swinging a miss, falls behind 1-2. Jay Johnson taking some extra time, brought Trey Morgan, who's on deck for LSU, over. They had a powwow in front of the dugout. Here's the 1-2, and on the hands, popped up foul left side, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count remains. Fans, H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. Runner at first, nobody out. The 1-2, and Dugas swings to stay alive. Just got a piece, sends it to the backstop. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dugas awaits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Milazzo at first. The pitch, again off speed, out in front, swinging bunt, first base side, going to be picked up by Hancock. Covering is Tapper, but Dugas beats it out. Hancock tried to flip it to his pitcher, but boy, credit Gavin, he was hustling down the line, and you could tell the body language of Hancock when he got the ball and looked up. He almost couldn't decide, do I need to underhand or overhand throw it, because Dugas was really picking him up.
Yeah, the swinging bunt is one of the hardest plays to defend in baseball. Naturally, you don't have a bunt defense called. And that's the in-betweener in no man's land, where the third baseman, pitcher, and second baseman all think they might have a play on the ball off the bat. The first baseman fielded it, and the pitcher just didn't get there in time.
So with nobody out, runners first and second, we'll see Trey Morgan showing bunt, and puts this one foul. Popped it up but into the screen, thank goodness, and it's 0-1. Morgan tonight grounds it out to the shortstop, Mershon, who again still not sure on that Milazzo ground ball
what happened.
No. But he's made 2 very dangerous throws. One had resulted in an error that got Milazzo aboard. Here's a bunt down the third base side. Tapper off the mound, comes up, hesitates, puts it in his pocket, and everybody is safe. Trey Morgan hustling down the line. And again, the angle at which Tapper, coming off the mound, got the ball, it almost brought him to the third base line. And then when he turned, he did not have the momentum and decided to hold on to it.
Really tough for a left-hander to field that bunt down the third base line. He's got to circle around that ball, and he was running too fast to be able to plant and make the throw. Once he looked up down the first base line, Morgan was already just steps away. So this is what you're looking for, partner. Cruz and Tommy White coming up, bases juice, no outs.
So Cruz at the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. The first pitch from Tapper misses outside for ball 1. Cruz flied out to left in the first, struck out in the second, and had a fly ball to shallow center field last time in the fourth. Pitch is low. Ball 2, 2-0. Dylan Cruz, 13 homers, 1 triple, 13 doubles. Driven in 53 runs on the year. Nobody out. The 2-0 way outside, making 3 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put Dylan with the bases loaded. And if you want to avoid walking a run, you got to put something over the plate with Dylan Cruz, who desperately looks to get back in stride. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, miss low. That will bring in a run. Milazzo will come in, touch home plate. That will make it 6-1. So the Tigers now get that run back on the solo home run of the Bulldogs in the top half of this frame. Back to a 5-run lead as time called. Coach Lamonis now out there, and that may be all for Brock Tapper, who again, the freshman left-hander, did a solid job in relief of Evan Sierra, who gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, until he didn't. I mean, leaving the game with the bases loaded, no outs, already walked a run in. By the way, that's RBI number 54 on the year for Dylan Cruz, and he has now reached base 49 games, every game this year. And of course, Chris, that goes back to how many games last year as well?
Yeah, he's got 52 reach base.
52 now for Dylan Cruz, which is extraordinary, of course. No call has been made yet down to the bullpen. The tall right-hander is continuing to warm up, and now Coach Lamonis will make the call.
Tyson Harden, the right-hander, called upon as they make a pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tigers leading 6-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, and Tommy White coming to the plate when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You Deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU led early 5-0 after 2 innings. Mississippi State got on the board in the top of the 6th inning. But here in the bottom of the 6th, things getting a little loose for the Bulldogs. Dancing dangerously here with the bases loaded, nobody out. Tommy White to the plate. New pitcher Tyson Harden takes over, and the first delivery to White misses low, 1-0.
Tyson Harden, a righty, 6'2", 185 pounds, out of Daytona State College.
Here's a rope base hit into right field. White will drive in a run. Coming in will be Dugas. That will make it 7-1 as he went opposite field, burned one through the right side of the infield. Tommy White with RBI 80 on the year.
And Harden's had a rough go of it, Chris. 13 appearances. This is number 14. He's worked 16 innings, allowed 35 hits, 24 earned runs. He has 19 strikeouts and 10 walks. Opponents hitting over 425 off the right-hander.
Now we'll see Cade Beloso. Again, the bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch to the left-hander. Strike just under the letters, inside corner with a fastball from Harden, and it's 0-1. Morgan at third, Cruz at second. White with the RBI single. He's at first base. The 0-1 to Beloso. Off speed, but outside. Evens it up 1-1. Morgan aboard on a beautiful bunt down the third base line. Cruz would walk. White single. Beloso hits one high and deep to right field. Clark settling under it. Has room. He'll make the grab. Tagging up is Morgan. The throw heads to third, but sliding in safely easily is Dylan Cruz. Coming in to score Morgan. Give Beloso the sac fly RBI. The Tigers now lead 8-1 over Mississippi State. And that's just the first out of the inning.
Yep, that gets the job done. And as you said, Cruz able to move to third. White had to stay at first base, but this guy right here can quickly make this a 10-run game. And by the way, Beloso didn't miss that one by much.
Runners on the corners. Pitch to Jones. Big swing, but couldn't find it. Falls behind, 0-1. Jones, a phenomenal freshman season. No doubt will impact this program for a couple of seasons before he's done. The 0-1 ground ball and fouled on the third base line as Dylan had to spin out of the way. Jones falls behind 0-2.
You know, with or without the 14 home runs, I don't really think Jones probably gets a lot of the freshman treatment. You know.
Probably not. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Not a whole lot of rake in the field for this guy.
No.
You tell him to rake it. I'm not.
Whew. Runners first and third, 1 out. The 1-2 pitch to Jones. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Jones didn't quite agree with that call. Down on strikes for the second time. There's 2 gone now. That'll bring up Braden Jobert. Jobert 2 for 3 tonight, getting the start in right field. A 2-run bomb in the second, his 7th homer of the year. Single in the third, and then flied out to shallow center in the 5th inning. But another guy who can certainly turn your night into a nightmare. Ground ball and a bouncer foul. First base side, it's 0-1.
Yeah, a lot of guys like that in this lineup. A lot of them.
Cruz at third. White with the RBI single. He's at first. With 2 outs and an 8-1 LSU lead. Pops straight up. Near home plate. High fall. The catcher has it left of the LSU logo for out number 3. The Tigers put 3 runs on the board. 3 more on 4 hits. They now lead 8-1. Tigers leave 2 men on. We have played 6 here at the box in game 1. LSU leads Mississippi State 8-1. Bulldogs coming up after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
8-1 LSU leading over Mississippi State. A little bit of time here as we head towards the top of the 7th inning. A little work being done to the mound area by the grounds crew. Look to be finishing up. Best grounds crew in America right here at Alex Box Stadium. So they get everything the way it should be. And now Paul Skenes will begin his warm-up tosses here as Mississippi State coming to the plate. Down 8-1 to LSU. And Doug Thompson, last weekend we all were upset losing 2 of 3 to Auburn on the road. But the one thing that stood out, again, Sunday's game, couldn't throw strikes early, got down big. But this offense left 29 runners on base, which they had not done anything close to that all season. They have been a team that has been able to find key and clutch hits throughout this season with runners on. They're one of the best in the country. They get them on, they get them over, they get them in. Tuesday night, they left 3 men on base. Basically, if you got a board, you scored against Northwestern State. And tonight, in game 1 of this series, LSU batting 5 for 14 with runners on, 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position, and don't forget about the 3 home runs. To me, that was my biggest takeaway from last weekend, is it just wasn't a great hitting week. As bad as the pitching was at times, it wasn't a great hitting weekend for LSU. First pitch going to be a ground ball, going to be hit to Gavin Dugas, and he's right where he needs to be. The throw to Jones brought Jarrett off the bag. He tried to spin and apply the tag, couldn't do so. And that will allow Dakota Jordan to reach base. Again, that was hit sharply, and Dugas able to get over to it. Again, just maybe trying to aim that throw. He pumped and almost kind of short-armed that throw, and Jones had to come off the bag and couldn't apply the tag as Jones went by.
Yeah, Jones, he stretched toward the play, did everything he could. Dugas just threw that one wide of the bag. That's a tough one. You'd love to see a 1-pitch, 1-out for Paul Skenes now, who's up to 82 pitches on the night.
So that's the first error of the game against LSU. Is training crew out there to take a look at Dakota Jordan, and it appears they're just there to maybe check on him and get his knee guard, shin guard. And so
I think he might have hit that ball
off the foot,
off the
leg.
hands.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it jammed him a little bit, and he's looking at that right hand right now.
So he will remain at first base. We'll see Kellum Clark, who's been a strikeout victim on 2 occasions, to Skenes. Nobody out and a runner on. First delivery from Paul, misses low, ball 1, 1-0. Coach Jay Johnson announced yesterday Skenes would start the weekend. Ty Floyd would be a game 2 starter, Sunday to be determined. This one swung on a foul back into the screen, and it's 1-1. We get the luxury of prognosticating, Doug Thompson. If you had to guess, to be determined game 3 on Sunday, what's your best guess?
Thatcher Hurd. Here's
the 1-1. A little flare and a base hit just over the head of Tommy White at third. It will drop and bounce into left field. And aboard is Clark, his first hit of the night. Runners first and second now. One by way of air, one by way of flare base hit. And that's going to bring Wes Johnson, the pitching coach, out to visit with Paul Skenes on the mound. So you think Thatcher Hurd is probably the option?
Yeah, I think his last couple outings, how different would this season be if his last couple outings were his first couple outings? So, you're looking for guys who are hot right now, and who cares what's happened so far. And I really like his command the last couple times out. His fastball's been up there in the mid-90s, and he's really looked dominant. So it wouldn't surprise me at all, let's just say that, if that third starter is Thatcher Hurd.
Sounds like a pretty good candidate. What are your thoughts on Gavin Guidry, the freshman, who I thought on Sunday was the only bright spot for LSU after he was called upon in the bottom of the first inning, third pitcher of the game, and finally found the first 3 outs to stop the bleeding.
At this point in the season, I'd love him to get all the innings he can because he's going to pitch in the future here at LSU. And, you know, we talked about where the Tigers are. They've earned being in a pretty comfortable spot. So all the innings that freshman can get, I'm for it.
Slade Alford stands in, runners first and second. And a swing and a miss on that slider away from the right-hander, and it's 0-1. Alford tonight, strikeout victim in the second. And then, of course, had the comebacker that was off the leg, and eventually Jordan Thompson made the play. 0-1 the count. Pitch is outside and in the dirt. Milazzo sliding over, blocks it up, and it's 1-1.
I need a strikeout right now. I do not like the wind blowing out hard to left field.
1 ball, 1 strike, runners first and second. Skenes fires and swing and a miss. That one up in the zone just a tad. Alford couldn't stay away. Put everything he had into the swing, but couldn't find the baseball. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it looked like a fastball the way it was a slider, belt high.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. Down on strikes goes Alford for the second time tonight. Skenes with his 13th strikeout. 2 away from his career high of 15 thrown last Friday night on the Plains. 1 out. So you got the strikeout, Doug. Now still runners first and second, and we'll see Hancock come to the plate. Luke Hancock, the first baseman, grounded out to Dugas in the third. Had a base hit in the 5th inning.
Yeah, but it was also a ground ball right through that right side. Look for another ground ball here, maybe turn a double play.
Pitch misses outside from Skenes, make it 1-0.
He looks like this bat looks like he bought it at a yard sale. Look at this thing. You see that?
Can't even distinguish a logo. Here's the 1-0. Fastball. They said it missed. What say you, Doug? High?
I thought it was a strike.
Yeah, me too.
Again, these guys are missing more strikes over the plate these days. Certainly more than they miss called strikes that are balls.
Runners first and second, 1 out. The 2-0 from Skenes. That's a strike on the inside corner with a heater at 98, and it's 2-1. Start to see some personnel head down to the bullpen for LSU. They're all just having a seat.
Climbing a little bit.
Yeah. Now a catcher will join them. 1 ball, or rather 2 balls, 1 strike. The breaking pitch drops in too low, and again a good eye by Hancock to stay away, and it's 3-1. Boy, the wind has really picked up. Fully unfurled, right to left, the wind blowing. State flag, LSU flag, and Old Glory. Here's the 3-1. Swung on a little soft bouncer, foul third base way. That'll fill the count 3-2 now to Hancock. One out. Skenes looks in. Hancock, the left-handed hitter, launches it in the air. Left center field. Cruz on the run, and this one going to come off the wall. Morgan, did he make?
Yeah, he did.
He made the catch.
Well, if he did make the catch,
they're about to double Mississippi State
they
up.
need to throw it to second base because he left way early. Throw it to second, Tommy.
They're not doing anything with it right now. Tommy White's holding on to it as Morgan made a heck of a play. Now they throw to second. The umpires watch them, and they say he's out.
All day.
What a play by Morgan at the wall in front of the Cintas sign. Went hammering into the wall, held on to it, and from a knee threw it back to the infield. Tommy White then would throw to second base. And now the umpires may want to review this.
They're going to review to see if he left second early, but I thought he was midway between first and second when Trey Morgan caught the ball.
Mississippi State is challenging the out-called second base on the appeal.
So we go under review for the first time tonight, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. Again, still can't get over the catch Morgan made at the wall.
Wow, huh?
But again,
and from his knee, had to throw it in. He was kind of laid out there for a little bit because he really collided with the wall hard.
And Jordan again for Mississippi State got to third base, and then I guess at that point realized I got to sell it, so I'm just going to stand here.
I think the third base coach, which by the way his name's Kyle Cheeseborough, number 0. I think they were doing exactly what you're saying. Just chill out, stay here. Maybe they missed it. But, of course, there's a review. And if he would have scrambled back, obviously, he would have been dead in the water.
You show your hand at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're under review to see if the runner tagged in time or left early. And, again, LSU threw to second base, and that would double it up and end the inning. The catch by Morgan made it the second out. And, again, if you're just tuning in, Tommy White eventually did throw to second base, and immediately the second base umpire ruled it the third out of the inning. So they're trying to overturn the third out. The ruling on the field is this inning is over. Half inning, rather. We'll see.
I've always wondered how they decide if he left early.
After further review, the call of out at second base stands. The runner is out.
So after review, the challenge lost by Mississippi State. Base running miscue, and the Bulldogs are done. No runs, 1 hit. They trail 8-1. We stretch it out here at the box. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Tigers will send to the plate Thompson, Milazzo, top of the order Dugas. After this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
Ah, this is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
8-1 LSU leads. Jordan Thompson will lead it off for LSU, and the first pitch offered up will be sent foul down the line, and it's 0-1 to Thompson. Thompson with a home run, his first at bat of the night. They'll try to battle against the shift here as they've got 3 infielders left of second base. The 0-1 sent foul right side to the screen behind the plate, and it's 0-2. Tigers again led 5-0 after 2 innings. Mississippi State got on the board with a solo home run by Highfield in the top of the 6th. The 0-2, a breaking ball outside, missing for ball 1, 1-2. LSU, though, would answer in the bottom of the 6th with 3 runs to make it an 8-1 ball game. Mississippi State, little base running miscue, doubled them up on a great play by Morgan out in left center field. To end the top of the 7th. Off speed, swing and a miss. Thompson down on strikes, and there's 1 away. We'll bring up Alex Milazzo, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Tyson Harden picks up the strikeout. That's his 2nd in relief for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's the 6th tonight for Tiger hitters.
First pitch to Milazzo. He'll swing and foul it out of play, back behind the plate, and it's 0-1. A reminder, TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue, home of the Jay Johnson Show on Monday night. Official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics. Acadian Thruway, Segan Lane, and online at tjribs.com. Swing and a miss. Harden able to get that breaking ball by him, and it's 0-2 now to Milazzo. Alex aboard twice tonight, one by way of error, one by way of base hit. This pitch low below the knees, and a good eye by Milazzo, who sold that one.
That was close.
And it's 1-2. Pitch by Harden. Going to be hit to right field. Right off the bat of Milazzo. Hit it on the button. And he has his second hit of the night and back-to-back at-bats. And a runner aboard with one out as LSU has some action now down in the right field bullpen.
Yeah, he's 2 for 4 tonight, but he's actually reached base in 3 out of 4 plate appearances. And that is, looks like Sammy Dutton down in the bullpen starting to get loose. Let me make sure of that.
Top of the order, Gavin Dugas to the plate. Gavin 3 for 3 tonight. He's reached base all 4 times he's come to the plate. Swing and a miss. Pitch on the hands by Harden, and it's 0-1. Solo home run in the first to get LSU up 1-0. A triple in the second, came around to score. Hit by a pitch in the fourth and had a single and scored in the sixth. The 0-1. Missed low to Dugas, 1-1.
Dugas has now reached base in 45 consecutive games.
Here's the 1-1. Slider misses outside, 2-1. Tigers 8 runs on 11 hits tonight, 1 error. They left 8 men on. Two-one delivery. Breaking pitch just missed off the plate. Dugas loaded the bat but held back, and it's 3-1. And the wind in favor of Dugas, the right-handed hitter here. Runner goes. Here's a ground ball towards third. Gets by a diving Alford. Milazzo will have to put up the brakes as Jordan came in quickly in left field to field that one. But a base hit by Dugas.
About a 4-hit night for Gavin Dugas, his first of the year. He's had 7 2-hit games, 3 3-hit games, and that's his first with 4 hits.
Now we'll see Trey Morgan. Morgan tonight 1 for 3, had his single and scored in the 6th inning. Also had a sac fly RBI in the second, hit into a double play back in the 4th inning. First pitch. They'll appeal to third, say he went around on a pitch low in the zone. It's 0-1. Tiger fans did not like that decision. 1 out, runners first and second. Tigers leading 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch gets away from the catcher. High fall. The pitch was outside, and that will allow runners to move up to second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Morgan.
It could be a costly wild pitch.
So 2 runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. LSU this season has been dangerous in this position. They'll move the infield just off the infield cut here. The 1-1 missed inside to Morgan, make it 2-1. LSU leading 8-1 over Mississippi State here in game 1 of this series. 2-1 pitch to Morgan. Hit in the air, down the line, in left. Dropping, and it is foul just barely. Down the line in left.
Yeah, how wide is that mat down there? About 2 feet. Hit the very top of the wall and bounced back in. Let's see here on the replay. Yeah, less than 2 feet from an Oppo Taco home run to walk this thing off.
2-2 now the count to Morgan. Bottom of the 7th inning. LSU up 8-1. Runners second and third with just 1 out. Pitch by Harden. A bouncer up the middle. Base hit into center field. That'll score Milazzo. They'll go ahead and send in Dugas. And a 2-run single off the bat of Trey Morgan. RBI 34 and 35. And the Tigers extend their lead. 10-1 with just 1 out. And now Dylan Cruz to the plate.
What a great piece of hitting there by Trey Morgan. They had the infield drawn in. He took a fastball that was probably 5 inches off the outside corner and around shin high and just bounced it hard right back up the middle.
1 out. Morgan at first, Cruz at the plate. First pitch, strike on the inner half. 0-1 the count. Dillon tonight 0 for 3. Did extend the reach base streak. He got aboard on a walk that drove in a run with the bases loaded in the 6th. The 0-1. Ground ball chopper and just foul left at third base. Falls behind 0-2.
Tigers one big swing of the bat away from putting this one in the books.
0-2, 1 out. Pitch to Cruz. Just missed, stayed away from the breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Ten to 1, LSU leads. Bottom of the 7th inning, game 1. Pitch to Cruz. Stayed away, missed off the outside corner, 2-2. Morgan at first, 1 out. 2-2 count to Cruz. The pitch from Harden. Missed low to fill the count, 3-2. Wind blowing stiffly right to left. Payoff delivery. Hit in the air. Shallow left field. Jordan coming in. Shortstop Mershon going out. And the shortstop has it for out number 2 in the inning. So Cruz retired. That'll bring Tommy White. So congratulations, Tyson Harden. You were able to get the second out against Dylan Cruz. Now you must face Tommy White, who's 2 for 4 tonight with a double in the first. And an RBI single last time in the 6th inning. Runner at first, 2 down. First pitch to White. Pops it up. Near the third base dugout, coming over, high fall, and it will catch the overhang out of play, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, anything down the line or in foul territory is going to have, or down the third base line, or in foul territory down the third base side, is going to have trouble staying in the ballpark. The wind is howling from right to left.
0-1 the count to Tommy White. Harden from the stretch fires. This one high in the air to left center field. Drive home safely. Tigers run rule, walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tommy White, his 18th home run of the year. Trey Morgan will come in to score. White just behind him. And the score 12-1. Tigers with their 14th run rule victory of the season. And game 1 goes to the Fighting Tigers of LSU by run rule fashion. 12-1, a final here at the box. Tigers get a leg up to start this series. Tomorrow, game 2 comes your way at 6 o'clock. Tigers with 4 runs, 4 hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 12 runs, 14 hits, 1 error on the night. But number 2 LSU picks up the victory, moves to 39-10, 17-7 in SEC play for Mississippi State. They fall to 500, 24-24, now 6-19 in SEC play. Another run rule victory for LSU in SEC action. The final tonight from the box, LSU 12, Mississippi State 1. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just for You deals is now Albertsons for You. It's every